All right, so I'm doing this as a live stream, so I don't have to record it. And so if anybody joins me, I am doing all signs, just a general check-in for the week ahead. This is a general reading. It's an open reading. It's not about anything specific, but if we have time afterwards, I will definitely be sure to answer questions if anybody's joining me today, because this was unscheduled. And we're going to start with fire signs. And then we're going to go air signs, I think, and earth signs, and then water signs. And again, it's just a general check-in, open reading for the week ahead. And in that, it could be about anything and everything. It's not about anything specific. So I'm going to give it a few minutes, and I will be time stamping this. So those who watch the restream will have quick access to the sign and not have to, jump through the video to try and find it. So again, it will be time stamped. Once I'm done with the video, I'll go back and time stamp it. So I'm going to give it a couple minutes before I get started. I'm going to share this to my Facebook group and let them know. And we'll get started in about 2 minutes. So let's see here. I do have a couple people jumping in. So like I said, this was unscheduled. It wasn't something that I had planned on doing. I wanted to do it last night, but things have been kind of crazy. So, I feel like I got everything kind of under control now. We've had some very interesting kind of paranormal experiences around here. So I did post a video on my channel here just the other day, the results of that investigation, and it's pretty interesting. So if you're into the paranormal, give it a watch, because we did get some pretty interesting results from it. So if you see a little smoke here, I'm burning some sage, and that's what might be coming across the screen here. So I'm going to give it again, like I said, a couple of minutes in case anybody wants to join, since this was unscheduled. But this is again for the week ahead. It's just a general check-in. I hope everybody's doing well. And again, this is an open reading, so it's not about anything specific. I'm going to let whatever comes through to come through. Always keep in mind that, reading for the collective, it's not something that's going to be for everybody. So, if it's not meant for you, that's okay. There's always another message, another time that might be better suited for you. So never try to just force something into your circumstances. Always just keep an open mind. Hey, if it doesn't resonate with me, then, just move on and don't try to force that into your circumstances. So anyway, give me 1 second here and we will get started. I have all my kids taking naps right now. My wife is out grocery shopping, and I have a quiet house. So this is just an awesome Sunday for me. All right, so let's get started. Like I said, I'm going to start with Aries, then Leo, then Sagittarius. And I've already pre-shuffled all my cards, so I'm like really ready to go. And we're going to see where this takes us. So, Aries, what is going to happen? What is the theme for you the week ahead? What's on your mind? What's going on in your life? We're going to pull some oracle cards and start with that. And we're going to pull, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 tarot cards here and get an idea. So, and if you do have any questions, once I go through the signs, I will answer them, as many as I can if anybody joins in. So Aries, the week ahead in October 2020. Can't believe we're in October already. It's been a crazy, crazy year. Okay, Aries. Let's get one of these for you. Go the distance. And I'm going to pull, I think I'm going to pull 3 oracle cards. Aries, the week ahead. What is happening with you, Aries? So go the distance. What is that about, Aries? Let's see. And you got a blessing of fire and being the fire sign. Aries, in my opinion, is one of the fieriest, if that's a word, of fire signs. Definitely this week ahead, it's about perseverance and being driven, passionate. Might even be a little bit I almost feel this blessing of fire is all about, your internal spiritual disposition. Aries. All right. Luminescence. Nice. Okay, so let's pull some tarot cards and we'll go through it. We'll see what is going on with Aries the week ahead. Aries. So I'm a Leo sun and rising, Virgo moon. My ex-wife was an Aries. So fire versus fire. It was interesting. All right. So, we got a 2 cups here. All right, nice. What else do we get for Aries? Eight of Pentacles. Oh, and there we go. The moon. And you got strength. Awesome. Okay, Aries, so we're going to talk about this. Your week ahead. You have strength here as the first card, and then the 2 of cups. But I do want to talk about strength first, because strength is a lot about doing things maybe in a way that sometimes people don't necessarily agree with it. It's being tactful and being able to maintain control of a situation and maintain, control of yourself. And so strength is, it's always, a lot of people associate this card with just being very, very strong and stoic, and that may be so, but to me, strength for you this week is all about, the gracefulness of being strong, maintaining your composure, because you do have go the distance here. And so I think what this message is really saying is that you need to not give up in that last moment. So you do have like something that you're very driven toward in the next week. And I think this is something that links back to your past quite a ways. There's a goal, there's an ambition. And, you might be getting a little tired. You might be getting a little weary, but don't let that hold you back. You have a blessing of fire from your spirit guides. And so this is saying, really, you're a fire sign. And like I said earlier, like to me, Aries is like the spitfire of fire signs. It's innate. It's a deep part of who you are. And so don't lose that fire this week, because you might have some challenges with the strength card coming out and go the distance. But again, we have the 8 of Pentacles here. So this is definitely a work in progress. This is something that you're in pursuit of. And again, sometimes when we want to give up and let go because we're tired and we're just like, we're just feeling very depleted. I think this 8 of Pentacles is just about something that is very important and close to your heart. And I do see like the 2 of Cups to me is not about love here. This is not about love. This is about love of something that you really treasure. And I think this is more about a vision. you have the moon here. The moon is the lesser light. It's, you know, kind of opposing the sun. And so when the sun comes out, everything's illuminated. We can see everything. There really isn't anything hidden. And there's like this sense of empowerment with the sun. But the moon, you know, it leaves a lot of shadows. And in those shadows is where we find, it's where we learn to trust our intuition. It's where we learn to trust our own internal compass and guidance. And so that's definitely when you feel unsure this week ahead, you know, you are being blessed with that, that strength and that endurance, but it's doing it gracefully and tactfully. And I think that it actually doesn't go unnoticed for you this week. So the Two of Cups to me is something about you love very much, not somebody that you love very much. And I almost feel like intuitively this is like a connection between the higher self and the inner self. And you might be getting a lot of messages. You might be really tapped into your internal realm here moving forward this week. So don't let anybody cast doubt on what you're doing, what you're going after, because there is a reward ahead for you. You might not see the reward next week, but this is saying it might be a hard week. It just might be a little tiring. Keep going. Don't give up. And then you have luminescence. And luminescence here. I love these cards. These cards have so many meanings. I've studied these cards in and out, and I always find so many different meanings with this card. But again, to me, this luminescence is about the strength. It really goes with that, because in that being poised and being stoic in a sense, but also being graceful, even though you're charging ahead and moving forward. You know, you're doing it with a persona that I think is attractive and even a little bit magnetic, because it's not easy to push ahead through adversarial circumstances and situations where you lose your focus, or you start getting out of balance. Your energy starts getting off. But this isn't you. That's not you. This is you here. So this is being vibrant. People are seeing the hard work that you're putting into things. And I think that the week ahead is just keep working on that goal. Don't give up. Don't let anybody put doubts inside you, sow doubts into your into what you're doing moving ahead, because I think you definitely have something very important that is going to manifest and materialize for you down the road. But again, don't give up the fight, Aries. So we're going to timestamp that. All right, Aries. So definitely some challenges ahead, but you have that spiritual reinforcement at your back this week. So don't let anything get you down, and don't let anybody talk you down from what you're doing. Leo, what's going on with Leo the week ahead? 1329, so I can timestamp it. Hello, everybody. Oh, I didn't realize. I like doing the live stream because I don't have to record it and then, you know, do all this other stuff and upload it. So this makes it so much easier. And then it's always nice when some people join. I'm doing well. We've had like I was talking about earlier, the very strange paranormal things going on in our home. This is an old 100-plus-year-old house. And, you know, it just, I posted a video about these people that came over to the investigation. And it's kind of, the last 5 minutes of it is kind of intense, kind of creepy, but we're doing good. I hope you guys are doing good. So, Leo, what is happening for you the week ahead? Time to move on, Leo. Time to go is one of your oracle cards here. You know, when I see this card, sometimes it's just about being motivated or getting that motivation. And sometimes it's knowing when to walk away. It's like an 8 of Cups. But we're going to see what comes through for you, Leo, in the week ahead. What is the major theme for you? Okay. And I think for Leo, I'm going to use Light Seers Tarot. If any of you ever buy a deck of tarot cards, I highly recommend Light Seers Tarot. These cards are amazing. They're such good cards. You can get them on Amazon if you can't find them locally. Oh, here we go. The sun. There you go, Leo. And I was talking about the sun earlier with Aries. Four of Cups. Leo, what is happening? This is kind of all over the place. The Empress. And one more. 9 of Cups. All right. So I do want to start with the Knight of Cups, even though it's the last card out, because I always read cards intuitively. So it's like the first thing I see, hear, think, feel. To me, that trumps the traditional meaning of the tarot card. Of course, you push that together and make it a one, message. But the Knight of Cups to me here was just really standing out to me. And I think this is like the most important card that came out. You have the Sun, you have the Four of Cups, you have the Empress, and you have a couple of Oracle cards here. So I think this is like saying it's time to drop something. And unfortunately, I hate to say it, I think it's a realization that there's somebody in your life that you might have to cut loose. And I think that there's somebody that maybe like a clinger holding on to you, or something to that effect. And it may or may not be a romantic thing. It could be any number of things. It could be somebody in your family, a friend, somebody who's, I feel like somebody's been taking advantage of you. So I do feel like this is like a disingenuous energy to me. It didn't come out in the reverse, and I don't read reversals. If I feel it needs to be read in reverse, that's how I go with it. So you have time to go. So I think this is like, sometimes this is about motivation, but I think this is finally realizing that there's something that is like an energy vampire. It's just draining you. It's pulling you down. And I think this over the next week, maybe even 2 weeks, you really start to see the light. You start to see things for what they are. And, you could still maintain, a presence with somebody in your life, but you can also still put some distance and have some protection, some walls, because you do have a blessing on friendship. Sometimes being a good friend isn't just letting somebody walk all over you, do whatever they want. Sometimes it takes a good friend to speak up and be assertive also. So this blessing on friendship, this is a spirit guide card. So, you have that blessing in your life. You just have to ask for the help, because you're not going to, sometimes things just don't come in unless we ask for it, because there has to be a level of permission there. So, but you do have that blessing. But I think there's this epiphany, this realization, and I think there's some freedom in this week ahead, really realizing that something is just pulling your energy. It's drawing your energy. Somebody takes maybe a lot of your time, maybe some of your resources. Maybe they're always trying to borrow money from you, but they're not really what they kind of like to think they are. So I think you need to just be a little careful. It's just really weird how this comes out to me. I see the Four of Cups here as just this disappointment. I feel like this is just being let down by this, and not just kind of getting tired of it, being done with it. You're over it. So, but you have the Sun here, and this to me is just having that realization that something is holding you back, pulling you back. And I think it's actually causing you kind of like to feel a little bit down or depressed. And so when you finally get to the point where you can start being assertive and have some protective boundaries, that Sun is like really finally that freedom, being kind of cut loose a little bit from this. So I do feel like you have to kind of maybe stand your ground this week ahead, and be a little careful. Set some healthy boundaries. If somebody is very overly they just kind of take advantage is kind of how I feel like. But you do have the Empress here. I think this Empress, this could be somebody that is, I almost feel like the Empress in this represents a person and not an idea, or not a necessarily something that is like, I don't know really how to put it, but this to me represents a person. And I think that this could even represent like, siphoning off your energy. Maybe you want to do things. Maybe there's things you want to put your energy toward. Maybe you have plans. Maybe you have things that you want to do, but this person is always preventing you from being able to bring some things, complete tasks, do things, birth something new into your life, to allow new things to flow. I do feel like somebody has been kind of a drain on the resources and that kind of thing. It's just really strange how this comes out to me, because this succession of the cards really, to me, just like rang true. Like there was this disappointment, but you can get out of that disappointment if you just hold some boundaries and some borders moving ahead in the week forward. But again, knowing when to cut somebody loose and not let them take advantage of you. Don't be that person that is always there for somebody, and but they're never there for you. They're always the one in need, but it doesn't, there isn't an even flow back and forth. So I do feel like but you do have love for this person. You care about this person, but you might be kind of tired of it, Leo. So if you got to stand your ground, make sure and do that the week ahead. So let's see, Sagittarius. 2155. I'm going to use let's see, the Gilded Tarot, Marchetti. And I will pull some oracle cards. All right. 4 of Swords. Sagittarius. 10 of Wands. Very interesting. 9 of Pentacles. 3 of Cups. I had to look. Bottom of the deck, Temperance. Okay. Sagittarius. You have 4 of Swords. First card out. I feel like there's like a need. To me, the 4 of Swords is a message of what you need to do, because you have the 10 of Wands here. And so it's like really time to just let something go, because it's holding you back. I think maybe you put too much energy into something, and too much time, and you got why here. And so I think that you really need to just like put yourself in any time out, Sagittarius, this week. You might need to just back off of something. If something's weighing you down, if something has just been too much, it's been too difficult. This to me, it could be about any number of things. It could be finances. It could be about friendships and relationships. But I do feel like there's a need to just let something go and just be done with it. I think the 4 of Swords is saying you need to just you need to take care of yourself. You might be feeling just stressed out, overwhelmed. Your health might be a little compromised. And when I say your health, I mean just like, anxiety and stress kind of getting to you. So I think it's time to let it go. But let's pull the rest of these cards and see what's happening. You do have the 3 of Cups also. So blessing on a fresh start. So that's your spirit guide card. This is saying, time to put down those heavy feelings, those heavy thoughts, any circumstance that isn't really yours to carry around or yours to deal with. Because I do feel like maybe you're dealing with something that isn't necessarily your responsibility. But even if it is something that you're dealing with that is your responsibility, it's time to let it go, and it's time to just put that aside, put an end to it, because I do see this 4 of Swords. This is calling out to me, saying that it's time to take care of yourself, take a timeout, put yourself in a timeout, give yourself a break, because I do feel like it is really just pulling on your energy. You do have a blessing for a fresh start. Again, I said that, but this is here. You know, if you can put this 10 of Wands, if you can do away with the heaviness, the burden, whatever it is that is keeping you from moving forward, whatever's taking the most time and energy, it's like time to let that go and put that down. And, you know, you might be spending too much time trying to, you know, think your way out of things or find another solution. You might be just like trying to understand what is going on, what's happening, but this isn't, I feel like this isn't for you to deal with. I think it's time to put it down and let it go. And when you do that, you release yourself and you can just get away from it. You have the 9 of Coins here. So, you know, this is preventing you from achieving, you know, this is like, I hear the best version of yourself. This is like taking that away from you. And so if you can put that burden down, you do have the 9 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups. And so to me, the 3 of Cups, it's a card of like celebration and happiness and having a good time. But I think this is just like inner joy. Like, oh, you know, I maybe I didn't have to put myself through this. Maybe I didn't have to do all this. Maybe, you know, looking back, it was more trouble than it was worth. And so this, to me, the 3 of Cups is just like an inner, like happiness. And you do have the 9 of Pentacles. To me, like I said, I hear that being the best version of yourself, this is preventing you from achieving that. And so that's kind of how I see things the week ahead. So time to let something go, time to put it down, time to walk away, to be done with it. And start doing for yourself instead of somebody else. So that's interesting because it just feels like that's the theme for fire signs. We're going to do Gemini next. Hello, hello. Well, thanks for the flattery. All right, so I said we're going to do Gemini. Let's see. I'm going to use the Dreaming Way. Been really into this deck lately, so Gemini. What's coming the week ahead? It's been really hard for me just to like keep up with the schedule of readings. These little vampires I got running around my house, a 5-year-old, a 2.5-year-old, and a 1-year-old. Take up all our time. Wow, Gemini. So Gemini, you have the King of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, the Devil, and the Queen of Cups. What is going on with you this week? I think you're overthinking it, whatever it is. Some of you might have had a legal situation that just didn't like go the way that you had hoped. And we got this card out again, Go the Distance. I think that was Aries had this. Maybe Aries or Leo, but some of you might have had a legal situation or some other type of situation, some decision that wasn't really in your control. Maybe it didn't go the way that you wanted. And so, you know, I think that there's just this feeling of being really just, I'm going to just say pissed off, upset, angry. And I think it just is going to be something you got to work through. I don't know why I get that, like, I just feel like there's like lawyers involved or something like that. Maybe it's not a legal situation, could even be a work situation, but somebody, there was a decision, some decision was made, something was kind of out of your control. You were hoping for a different outcome and you didn't get the outcome that you wanted. And so I think you're still kind of dealing with this in the week ahead. But you do, I think, I'm going to get to the last card in a minute. I'm going to put it aside because I really do feel like this is something that, you know, this could be about divorce or separation or something like that. Because, you have, first of all, you have a blessing from your spirit guides, a blessing for children. So this might involve like children, family, relationship, divorce, separation, anything like that. But even before this card came out and I pulled this card, I just instantly felt like this was about something that just was decided and maybe wasn't like totally not in your favor, but it wasn't like what you were hoping for. And so I feel like there was a lot of disappointment. And you might just be really in your head about it this week. And I get, like the devil, it's like, to me, this is like just being up in your headspace, and the Three of Swords is just feeling the sting of that. But I don't think that, it's that bad, because things change. Things don't always stay the same. So, I do feel like this is very, like unexpected, but you have go the distance. This came out in one of the other signs here. I think it was Aries. Go the distance. This is just, don't give up. This isn't defeat. This isn't like, it isn't over. This is just, some change that maybe you didn't expect or plan for exactly. But you have the Queen of Cups here. I think you can pull yourself out of this. And again, I do feel like this is about family and children and that type of dynamic, more than anything. I feel that. So you do get yourself out of that. But I think maybe you just are going to go through a period of just feeling kind of bummed out, but I think you get out of it. And I think that, it's like time to just, move on. Sometimes we need to feel things for a little bit before we're ready to just move ahead and move forward. So Gemini, whatever disappointment, apply it how you will for your situation. Don't force this into your circumstances if this isn't for you, of course. But, to me, that Queen of Cups is, everything is okay. It isn't as bad as it kind of maybe feels in the moment. And in fact, I think go the distance is like a signal saying that, things do get a lot better, but it just takes time. Things aren't always permanent. Things change. And I could definitely testify to that in a big way, So when we think we're defeated, you might be feeling that like there's like some defeat, but that isn't the reality for you, Gemini. Libra. And again, when I do my readings, I always say what comes to me as soon as I see the card, what I feel, think, hear. So I may read cards differently than you're used to. I don't assign zodiacs to cards because I think that limits the message. And, that's not a part of the old school original way that tarot was done anyway. Not that it's right or wrong. It's just not my method. Okay, Libra. Libra, the first thing I hear is, can I do this? Definitely another heavy reading. We're going to get into it in a second. Can I do this? Yes, you can. Regeneration. This is post-Tower. Regeneration is an interesting card because, when we have, like, to me, regeneration, not always, but a lot of times it's like post-Tower, like, and I don't mean just like, having a bad day, with the Tower card, the major arcanas are about major life events. And so to me, this is like getting past that. And the regeneration is really about being on fertile ground. Everything, that's the ground, this tree, even though it only has a few leaves left on it, the soil on the ground is really fertile. What's not serving you or benefiting you is now gone. And so there's new growth and new things moving forward. So I think that is definitely like, this is post some big change in your life, Libra. Again, see, a blessing for a fresh start. So I feel like there's a theme here this week for a lot of the signs, and it's just starting over. So you have regeneration and a blessing for a fresh start. So again, I said this is like post tower time. Okay. And this is like a big major life change. And so this is, to me, is like really starting over. What isn't good for you, what wasn't serving you, what wasn't for your highest good is now gone. And so this always reminds me of like a forest fire, and some trees survive, but most things are burned away. But in that, the ground becomes very rich with everything that's been deposited. So there is a lot of new growth coming forward for you, especially with the blessing for a fresh start from your spirit guides. This is all about starting new. And to me, though, you might be like a little fearful, a little worried. You have the Nine of Swords, and this is like being scared of all that change, the big change. But I don't think you stay in that very long. You have the Knight of Wands here, moving forward, but also looking back. Like, I almost feel like this is like a narrow doorway or narrow escape. It's like feeling like you got out of something, out of a situation, and you can't believe you're finally out of it. And so, it just seems surreal. And so, kind of moving away from it, but looking back at it still a little bit. But I do feel like there's this a little bit of fear of like the big unknown. What's happening ahead of me? What's coming my way? You have the Two of Pentacles to me. So this is just all about, finding yourself again, figuring things out, trying to decide what is good for you, what's not good for you, what you want to do, what you don't want to do. There are some decisions and choices. And so I think there's a lot of thinking about that this week ahead for you, Libra. I think there's just a lot of deciding your next move, how you're going to proceed and move forward. And there's just like a feeling of like, okay, there's a little uncertainty, but I don't think that there's anything now at this point that you can do that is really detrimental to you. It's just really more about choices and decisions moving forward, and being a little anxious about the unknown. But you have the Page of Swords here, and I feel like the Page of Swords is just there's somebody in your space, and I feel like they're just kind of they might be kind of just watching what you're doing. They might be observing you from a distance. So, there might be some issue with social media. Somebody might be kind of looking and seeing what's going on with you. So this could be like about that apocalyptic relationship ending. It's the big ending of a relationship, and just very, very difficult time, and so if you were tied to anybody with resources, finances, material things and all that, this could just be somebody just kind of looking and seeing what you're up to, seeing what you're doing. So, again, the week ahead is just all about getting away from that fear and just allowing that fresh start to come in. When I see these cards, every time I pull these cards, this is always saying that blessing is there, but you always have to ask for that. You have to give permission, because there's a lot of things that if we don't ask for it, it's not going to come. It's not going to happen. We do have to just say to our spiritual team in the unseen, hey, I need help. Can you help me? Can you come in and help me? And you are being blessed with that new beginning. So whatever has happened in the past is done away with. It's time to let go of the fear and the fear of the unknown. And again, just watch whoever is maybe keeping tabs on you, maybe shut down some of your privacy settings so that you can just keep what you're doing to yourself a little tight-lipped, because I do feel like there's somebody that is just kind of nosy. I don't feel like it's somebody that is, wanting to do anything, malicious, but it's just something it's just like there's somebody that is not happy with what you're doing, or maybe not happy. They're just, really nosy, maybe gossipy, that kind of thing. So moving ahead, it's definitely looks like getting out of that pent up fear, and like taking the first steps and moving forward, because you do have a fresh start coming in, and you do have, a new beginning to form and materialize. And this doesn't all happen in 1 week, obviously, but this is the big theme for the week ahead for you. Aquarius. All right, what deck am I going to use for Aquarius? I think I use Dreaming Way. if Miss M, if it doesn't resonate with you, don't try to make it fit. You know, it's, I always say reading for a collective is completely different than reading one-on-one for somebody. And all right. So I said I was doing Aquarius. Ooh, that card wanted to come out. Oh, wow. Okay, Aquarius. I don't even feel like I need to pull any oracle cards. So like I just get this very clear message. But so you have the King of Coins, Ace of Coins, the Devil, and the Two of Cups. And the first thing I thought, is this too good to be true? Deep knowing, trusting and not doubting. So let's see, let's get one of these. All right. Well, that's really interesting. All right, Aquarius, the week ahead, you have a blessing to bring prosperity. Very interesting, because you have the King of Coins and the Ace of Coins. So, and I did feel like the first thing I said before I really got to pulling these oracle cards was like the message I got immediately was, is it too good to be true? Is this something that, is it a trap? Is it something that is not really to my benefit? Is it what I'm thinking or hoping it is? That kind of message. But I really do feel like here, instead of like saying, I'll believe it when I see it, I think really the message in this reading to me is, I'll see it when I believe it. I think there's something you just need to turn around and really start to trust yourself in this. You have deep knowing. So if you're really like nervous about doing something, taking a step in a financial aspect of your life, a job, a career, anything related to that, or there's an opportunity that you're a little leery of or worried about, I think that you need to just really trust what you already know. Don't let the doubts, because to me, the devil is the doubt. I think that that's what you're struggling with in the week ahead, is like, do I take a job? Is this job going to be everything that I hoped it would be? Or anything along the lines of that. Because again, you have a blessing to bring prosperity. And so I do feel like there's some opportunity here. And you might be a little worried, like, is this really going to be what I want it to be with the Two of Cups? Is this going to be what I'm hoping for and what I really want for myself and want for my life right now? And I think that you really need to just trust yourself, no matter what that is. Whether it's too good to be true or not, that's not really what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you really need to just really hone in on what are you being told internally right here inside, because that's where your answer is. It's not in the doubt and the worry, and it's not in the uncertainty or being afraid to make a big change or a big step in your life. And I definitely feel like that's what this is about. So whatever opportunity you have coming your way, or that has kind of come your way, that's knocking on your door, I think that it just is such a big step that you might be a little afraid of taking that step. So definitely trust your instinct, your guidance inside. Trust your intuition. Really lean on that, because I think that's where you need to go with things. And you know, again, like I said, I felt like it was this idea of, is it too good to be true? You know, type of scenario. And I don't think I mean, in my opinion, the way I see this, I don't think it is. I don't think it's too good to be true. I think it's sometimes really awesome, amazing things come our way, and we got to take the opportunity to grab onto it. Two of Cups, not romantic, not relationship, not anything like that. This is the second time this come out, and to me, it just is like about something that's going to bring a lot of happiness and enjoyment. It's going to bring a lot of satisfaction and just feeling good, feeling balanced inside, happy that things turned out the way that they did, Aquarius. So I think that's what you're dealing with in the week ahead for many of you. And we're going to do Taurus. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Okay, Taurus, the week ahead. Knight of Cups, the Moon, Chariot, Hangman. All right, Taurus, you have some unresolved relationship issues, I think, is what this is saying to me. So you have the Knight of Cups, the Moon, the Chariot, and the Hangman. So I feel that there is this, either it's an unresolved relationship issue, or it's not being sure about somebody that might be knocking on your door, you know, that kind of thing. But let me pull a couple more cards here. All right, Taurus. So again, I said you had the Knight of Cups for this week ahead. I do feel like this is somebody that is kind of either they're in not maybe they're in pursuit of you, maybe they're trying to make an advance, you know, an offer of love, or an offer of some kind of affection is how I feel this is. And I think I see this as like you have this perception of them, and I think you're actually not this perception. I think there's a realization that your perception of them isn't what maybe initially thought it was, and so I think you're really kind of just feeling this situation out. And I think that you're really not, you want to like move in one direction, but at the same time you don't want to take a step. I feel like you're very stuck with this person and don't know what to do. So this could be somebody new in your life, or this could just be trying to somebody trying to come back around into your life, and you don't know if you want to revisit this with this person. And so the Chariot here, and I feel like you know, this person's coming toward you, and you want to make a move either toward them or away from them. You're not sure. I feel like you're going back and forth. I think this is something for intuitively, I feel like this is like you know, you want to do it, but you've been there and done that kind of thing. And you have the Hangman here, and I don't feel like you are making any moves or decisions on this. I feel like you want to see if this person is genuine, and if you can trust what they're saying, what they're doing. So I think that there's just like an unresolved relationship type of issue in the week ahead for you. And, you know, I do see you wanting to make a move in one direction or the other, but you're not quite there yet. So you might still be sitting on this for a while. But I do feel, again, like the moon is like you're starting to realize some things about this person. And so I think it's like you're just giving it a little bit more time before you decide what you're going to do in this scenario. So to me, this is definitely about love or relationship type situation. You have to clean it up here. So, you know, I do feel like cleaning up is saying you need to decide, you need to wrap this up, decide whether or not you're going to move forward with this person or not. I think that it's just something that you are completely unsure of. Like you have emotions and feelings for this person, but I feel like there's also like some things that you just don't know that you want to deal with when it comes to this person. Or maybe you've had a go around with them and you're worried that they're not going to change, and some of this is just going to come back around again. Okay, I did pull one of those too, so. All right, Taurus. So and to end this, though, you also have a blessing on your love. This is, you know, about being your love life, being blessed, but not just your love life. It could be anybody in your life, children, family. But again, I do feel like this is an emphasis on the love aspect of things. So again, it's time to, you know, maybe make a move, make a decision with this person, and not let it just continue to drag out and carry out for a long time. So Taurus, Virgo, Taurus moon. Yeah, and that's like the shadow side, you know, the shadow aspects that we have. A lot of people ignore the moon sign. I feel like the moon sign is the most important in a lot of ways. Hi, Ketty. I think I'm going to do more live streams. It's such a pain in the ass to set up a camera, film, and then upload and, you know, do all this stuff. Okay. Virgo, what else do we have? Yeah, I would agree with that on the moon sign. Virgo, what is happening? Yeah, this is amazing how cards come out sometimes. And this one kind of gave me chills. Wow, Virgo. Okay, are you ready? All right. So I'm going to talk about the oracle cards first. The first card is soulmates. And just because somebody is a soulmate, it doesn't mean that that is a relationship that maintains continuity throughout life, you know. But it's just about that connection with somebody that is very close to you. It's like a connection that's meant to be. It's somebody that's meant to be in your life. It's a part of your life purpose and your life path. And it's like that's like a mutual thing, you know. And so this is definitely about love and relationship to me. And you have a blessing of peace after a battle. And I'm going to tell you what came out next is the Tower. So it's just amazing how these things come out. So there's definitely, but I'm not done. There's some more cards here you're going to want to see. So definitely some very contentious adversarial things happened. And I do feel like this Tower card coming out, it's like you're already through, like have gone through that, you know, and it's just trying to find a sense of balance and peace and restoration. You have the Two of Cups again. And so again, soulmates and the Two of Cups, definitely a very soulmate, maybe twin flame type dynamic. Definitely somebody that's very important and meant to be in your life, whether or not it's meant to be long-term, you know, as a forever person, but really very powerful energy of two people being drawn to each other. But I almost feel like it's like toxic, or has been toxic, or it's been very difficult. Maybe somebody had an addiction that was just like really just causing a lot of problems. That just like when I was pulling these cards, it's just I felt like there's this feeling of like addiction or something that was revealed that really caused a lot of trouble. So again, you know, you're past the Tower, and now it's just trying to find that peace and trying to find that stillness. I do see like Virgo here, you know, I think you are moving on, or you're looking ahead and deciding two things here. The first thing, you're deciding what is, you know, ahead for you. Is this person in your future or not? Do you need to cut ties with them? I think the Emperor is here, and this is like maintaining control of your life, and being in control of your life, and not letting somebody else just grab the steering wheel from the passenger seat and just take you off the road. And so I feel like that's kind of like the energy of this reading, is like somebody really just did something that was just very not good, or the behavior was long term that was very bad, and that's why I feel like there's maybe an addiction. So I do see this like, okay, you know, this is regaining control, standing your ground, taking authority over your personal space in your life, not letting somebody cause disruption. And so now you're kind of deciding this week ahead, you know, does my life include this person? Or, you know, looking ahead, like, is this person going to change, and are they going to be a part of my life moving forward? So I do feel like there's a lot of heaviness in this week ahead for you, a lot of big decisions and a lot of things to think about. But I think it's also like getting your sovereignty back, and getting in control of those types of things in your life, not letting somebody else kind of detour you or cause a whole bunch of problems anymore. So I definitely feel like that's what this is about for you in the week ahead. So, you know, a lot of contemplation, a lot of like thinking about things moving forward. And Capricorn. Capricorn. Page of Swords, Ace of Coins, Six of Coins. Oh, nice, Capricorn. Okay. Somebody definitely has a good offer coming their way, and I feel like it's a financial offer, or money offer, job offer, something, an opportunity. Just when you felt like things couldn't get any worse, something comes in. Just when you feel like, oh man, I'm just going to be stuck here forever, something starts to come in. Well, hello from Ireland. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so Capricorn, you have the Oracle card of Orphaned, and this is just feeling very alone. It's a feeling of abandonment, or just you know, just not having a sense of community with people around you. And to me, this almost feels like that orphan, to me, like comes out as a dark night of the soul type feeling. And I think that you know, you've been in a place where like you know, when is it my turn? When are things going to change for me? You know, this is that just feeling that very very just like it's never going to happen, and being stuck waiting for something to change in your life. And I think it's about, something to do with your stability, your overall stability in the financial aspects, job, work, those types of things, your money, your finances. And you have a blessing on your creativity. I think, somebody finally does see your value in who you are and what you're capable of doing and what you have been doing. And so it's just taking some time to find the right place, the right position, the right opportunity. But the Page of Swords is here. And to me, instantly, the Page of Swords is like somebody really notices your value and your worth. And I think that finally you do start to see there are some opportunities coming in. And in that is definitely something that is going to be a big benefit to you the week ahead. Hopefully I didn't lose my live stream here. I don't know if it went dead. Are you guys still there? Okay, hopefully you guys are still there. Yeah, my Wi-Fi blipped for a second. Okay, good. Yeah, I've been having this terrible problem with my Wi-Fi. So anyway, there's this new opportunity. It's, somebody recognizes you for your value, who you are, what you're capable of, the type of contribution you can make. So I do feel like, if you've been waiting for a job, looking for a job, you're waiting for the right job, or, an opportunity, business opportunity, whatever that is. I definitely feel like, okay, it's coming in. You have the Six of Coins here. And so somebody is offering you something that is going to benefit you long term, down, the road for the long term anyway. So it may not be like this week resolved, settled, or, set in stone. But I do feel like finally, within the next few weeks, you definitely have something solid that you can depend on and lean on. And I think this is like something you've been finally, you've been almost to the point of giving up, and you've been waiting for it though, and it's come in. And I think that it's finally that recognition that you deserve. Yeah, I thought we cut out here, and I've had these, these issues with my Wi-Fi, and Comcast isn't always, the greatest. So, all right, Cancer. I think I might hear my wife coming home yelling at the dog. Yep. All right, Cancer. All I hear is Jose, Jose. You hear a little noise when she comes in. Cancer. Blessing on your wisdom. Yep. Get these a shuffle. I'm going to use the Dreaming Way, Cancer. Oh, look at that. The card just came out again. I'm going to hold off here before I say anything. All right, Cancer, the week ahead, what is happening for you? All right, you got to know when to walk away, Cancer. So you have, first of all, you have a blessing on your wisdom. So this is like your spirit guides are saying that, you are going to know what to do and how to deal with this situation that I think is, I think, sorry if you can hear a loud car out there. Well, that's an airplane. Anyway, I think you're getting that blessing of knowing what to do and how to handle a situation. I see there's like this back and forth here, this back and forth banter in a sense. And before we get into that, you have Orphan. This came out in the last reading. Gave that deck a few good shuffles, and that card popped right out again. So again, this is like to me, that orphan goes with the Eight of Cups that you have here. I think this, like, and I hate to say it, Cancer, but it's like kind of like saying, okay, you know, maybe I'm not defeated, but I just need to just be done with this and just go my separate way, because you have the Page of Wands, the King of Swords, and I feel like this is this back and forth between you and somebody else. And this could be about love. It could be about a relationship. It could be about really any relationship, for that matter. But again, I feel like, you know, there's this back and forth, and I feel like the King of Swords is the person you're dealing with, and the Page of Wands is you. And I do just see this like somebody is just being very harsh or cold with you. I feel like they're kind of just taking a perspective that's just way overdone, or just bigger than it really needs to be. I guess I don't really know how to say it, but you know, they're kind of conflating things. And I just feel like you're at the point where we're like, it's time to, like, you know, just go your own direction. But the Eight of Cups isn't really walking away. It's just like saying, I'm going towards something new, because you have the Ace of Wands here. And so, yeah, you may be leaving some person or some things behind, but you know, you have a fresh start moving ahead, Cancer, in the week ahead. And so I think it's going to be all right. But it might feel like, I think the orphaned, and the Eight of Cups, it's just that, like, that feeling of loneliness, and you know, moving out on your own, away from somebody. It's, to me, this almost represents like, how is this going to sting? How is this going to feel? You know, and so there's this like worry about how, you know, you're going to be left feeling after this is done and over with. So I do feel like you really need to, like, really trust yourself in what you need to do. You'll know what the right decision is. But I do feel like this is like a situation that's just going to continually be back and forth, and there isn't a winner in this. And I do feel like you just decide to take the high road and just depart from this. Could again be about love and relationship. But you know, when you take that first step away, you know, again, you're not walking away or abandoning anything. You're just going towards something better. So know that. All right, Scorpio. Almost done. Scorpio, the week ahead. Okay, Scorpio. Interesting. So you have the Seven of Cups, the Tower, the Two of Swords, and the Hangman. So you have unfinished business. It's kind of how I see this, but I think the unfinished business, Scorpio, for you is something that you just have to act on, and not being like, oh, I really don't know what to do. You know, I think, you know, this is like one of those things where you just got to do something. But we're going to get into it. Soulmates came out again. And yep, I want one of these. Blessing of healing of injury or illness. And so this is one of those cards that comes out, you know, when you're not, you know, it could be a physical ailment, but this could also be, I almost feel like this is depression, or just feeling very heavy up in, you know, the mind about everything. And so I do feel like this is saying that there is a blessing for you to just receive some healing and get, you know, to get through what you're going through. Definitely you have soulmates. So this is definitely a love connection here. You have Seven of Cups. And I think that this Seven of Cups to me represents an illusion of what maybe ignoring what was going on or happening in a relationship and just kind of looking over it, not really seeing the truth, but really just kind of seeing things that you know, you weren't seeing them for what they really were. And so you have the Tower here, so that has definitely brought some light on what has been happening. Hi, honey. Hi. So, you know, it's shined a light on everything. So now, like, everything's been exposed. And to me, this tower is like an emotional tower. It's like really like it's being hit really hard, heavily with this. But it's now the truth is known. Now, what do you do? What's your next step? And, you know, really that's one of the most difficult things when it comes to a relationship that's ending. What's the next step? And I think that you're unwilling or not quite ready with the Hangman to make a decision about that. I think there's a lot of what ifs for you moving forward this week. And so the next week or even 2 weeks ahead is all about those what ifs for you. But, you know, at least everything is out in the open. So Scorpio, that's kind of what you're dealing with in the week ahead. And again, this, you know, don't force this into your circumstances if it's not for you, of course. And Pisces, and we're all done. And if anybody wants to ask a question, I'll have a few minutes after. Pisces, we're going to use Dreaming Way. Nope, Light Seers. Sorry. I'm not reading down in my basement after all the creepy stuff. Not quite there yet. A lot of weird things happen down there. All right, Pisces. Eight of Pentacles, nice. Four of Swords. Pisces, it's all about finding yourself this week. This is all about focusing on yourself and doing what's good for you, what's right for you. I think that's kind of the space that you're in, you know, right now and the week ahead is definitely about, you know, kind of finding yourself, taking a break, time out, nurturing yourself, self-care, and getting yourself kind of through some bumps in the road. But the Eight of Pentacles, to me, the way I see this card is almost like the Eight of Pentacles to me is speaking about health and wellness for some reason, and it's like about healing, you know. And it's funny, I see all these different, you know, kind of. This reminds me of the phases of the moon or something like that. But it's like traversing through all these changes. And that's just like the way I really take that is it's all about like some kind of inner healing, especially the Four of Swords here. And so again, self-care, taking care of yourself, meeting your own needs for once, you know. Regeneration came out twice today, and like I said, it's all about that self-care, finding yourself, healing journey, getting about new growth. You know, this is about like becoming whole again. And so I kind of see that that's where this has been going for you, you know, over the last couple of weeks. But now you're kind of like, this is your focus of the week ahead, is that kind of self-care type of attitude, taking care of yourself and not others. Okay, and then you have the Six of Swords. So, you know, this to me is a like, I almost see this as an emotional distance, or it's not a figurative distance. It's not making a move. This is about, I just see this as like kind of going back in time and like looking at all the things in your life, the shadows and the things in the dark corners. And so this to me feels like a very holistic reading. It's kind of how I see this. It's like finally getting back to yourself, the King of Pentacles here. This is like that grounded, safe, and secure place that you're looking for, that you want to get back to. And so I do feel like this reading here is I see this as being very, like I said, holistic. It's all about healing yourself. It's about, bringing yourself to a better place. And so your focus, probably Pisces, for some of you, is going to be the week ahead is just being focused on yourself, taking care of yourself, and meeting your needs, nurturing your needs, and not those of others. And, recovering from maybe some wounds and some scars and some things that, that require you to, kind of go on a little inner journey and confront them and to heal from them and to let them go. And I always say, when you go through something traumatic or hard, when it's time to let it go, bless it when you let it go, because there are learning experiences in that for you. So Pisces, that's what we have for you. And I'm going to conclude it. If anybody has a question, I'll give it a second, and I'll pull some cards for anybody that wants me to pull some cards. Other than that, we are going to wrap it up. And thank you, everybody, for joining. And then restream will be up pretty quickly. All right. I'm going to close my reading. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I appreciate you guys being here. I probably will do more of these live streams instead of just always recording videos, because it's just so much easier that way. So again, thanks for joining me, and I hope all of you guys have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your Sunday and the week ahead, and I will talk to you all again soon. Bye.